Good afternoon. Normally, I like to have my videos up and posted by first thing on a Monday morning, so I'm usually saying good morning, but the market has got me extremely busy. I do apologize, but there were a lot of things that were taking my time this morning. Good things, good busy, not just busy. So, let's see, we are on our third video. So I kind of wanted to recap just a little bit what we've covered on the others. You're always welcome to go back and check. Start in the beginning if you're just joining us for the first time. Go back and visit the other videos because we are doing those in sequence as to your order of your steps for getting ready for your buying journey. We've covered so far why it's important to have a buyer's agent, why it's important to find the right buyer's agent for you, that your personalities commingle together. It's always much easier to work with someone that is similar to you and your personality. So finding the right buyer's agent is extremely important. We've also talked a little bit about credit. That is probably the most nervous that buyers get when we sit down and start talking a little bit about the credit. That is when the nerves start, and it's quite understandable that the money situation can be a little stressful, but you definitely want to make sure that you have your ducks in a row and your credit is in line and you're able to get your the type of mortgage that you look for in the home that you're hoping to buy. It is always a good idea to have your agent that you're able to speak with and you're comfortable talking to, and your buyer's agent can usually direct you to a good mortgage broker that is also a good fit for you, that will help you get through the mortgage process, which can be a little stressful if you are not informed all the way through. I am not a mortgage broker. I am a realtor. That is what I do, and that is what I do well. So I am not able to answer all your questions that you might have about mortgages, but it is definitely a good idea to take certain steps. Also, if you have a lot of debt, obviously you're going to want to pay down as much of that debt before you move forward as possible. Also, not having any credit is equally as bad sometimes. You're not going to get a mortgage if you have no credit. So a good mortgage broker will be able to help you through that, and also your realtor will be able to help you. There's a lot to go through. As I said before, I think we're going to be doing a video specifically on credit, walking you through the specifics. I am also going to be having a mortgage broker, hopefully coming on and answering some questions. We're going to hopefully be doing a live show and be able to link you up to ask your questions while the show is going on. We're going to be doing that through Google Hangout in a few weeks. So I will let you know the date on that as soon as possible, as soon as we have that set up and ready to launch. But I think that will be a lot of great information that most first-time home buyers are looking for, because that is definitely the tricky part in the very beginning. Once you get that through and taken care of, the fun begins, the searching begins. I'm going to touch a little bit on different types of mortgages. Right now, the majority of buyers, first-time buyers, are using either a USDA financing or an FHA mortgage. The major difference between those two types of mortgages are FHA requires 3.5% down. That money is non-negotiable. That cannot be paid by the seller. It cannot be covered by seller assist, which once we sit down and go through writing an offer on one of our upcoming videos, that'll be a little bit clearer as to what I'm talking about with seller assist. But that 3.5% down is 3.5% of the sale price, and that is required to be brought by the buyer. The other type of mortgage that I just mentioned was a USDA mortgage, and that is 100% financing. Many people don't realize that there is still some 100% financing out there where the buyer is not required to put any money down. Now, a USDA mortgage is determined by two things. It is determined by the buyer's income. So if you make too much money, you would not qualify. And the other is by the property address. It is a rural type of mortgage, which has a rule of thumb to help kind of guide you as to what areas you might be able to get a USDA mortgage. They are usually the outskirts. Big cities are not going to qualify. There is a website that I'm going to be including here. Watch one of our little banners that are going to come across. I'll be giving you the website that you can go to. So if you see an address and you want to find out if it qualifies, all you have to do is go log on to this site, and it will, you type in the address and it'll tell you if it's eligible for USDA financing. You can also find out there whether or not your income qualified for a USDA mortgage. That pretty much was kind of what I wanted to touch on today. Keep it a little bit shorter. I do sort of want to give you a little bit of homework. If you are kind of following us in a virtual way, thinking about becoming a home buyer, and actually as a just a little tidbit of information, 90% of our buyers today, especially first-time home buyers, are doing their pre-shopping before home shopping on the web, on websites such as Trulia and Zillow. That's where generally the search begins. Unfortunately, on those sites, they are great. They provide a lot of really good information as far as crime in an area, different demographics that you might want to know about an area. The listings tend to be a little backlogged. Sometimes by the time they get to Trulia or Zillow, they are possibly under contract. Some of the really great houses are going under contract very quickly. So they are helpful, but your best bet is to get hooked up with a realtor that's going to be able to get you a specific search. You can go on to the realtor's website or contact your realtor, and they can get you set up on a specific search for exactly what you're looking for, so that when a home goes on the market that meets your criteria, it will shoot right to your mailbox and you'll know right away. So that is going to be your most accurate and up-to-date way to search. I know I always loved looking at Zillow and Trulia too, and there, like I said, there is great information. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with either one of those. They're great places to start. It's just that some of the information is a little backlogged, like I said. Homework, back to that again. If you are thinking about buying a home, I do like to tell my buyers to drive the neighborhood, do a drive-by, so to speak. Especially if you are looking or think you might be interested in an area that is not quite so familiar to you. You can look online, you can look at those pretty pictures that are on Zillow, Trulia, any one of the websites. Those pictures look great. They're made to look great. You cannot tell what the neighborhood is like without visiting the neighborhood. So if you see a home that you think you might like, or a group of homes, get out there, get in your car, pack a lunch, and take a drive. Check the neighborhoods out. Check them out at different times of the day. You have to live there, and while you can change paint color on your home, you can't change your neighbors. So you want to make sure that you find a neighborhood that you're comfortable being in. Pets next door, all these kinds of things are important that you're okay with. So I always say that the computer is great for your shopping to start, but get out there, get out of the computer and check out those neighborhoods. that pretty much concludes what I wanted to cover today. As I said, check in. I'll be back next Monday. In the meantime, you can reach me on my website. You can reach me by text, 610-996-3195. Please be sure and subscribe here on my YouTube channel, and you'll be notified when the next one's coming up. And also with the new the Google Hangout that's going to be coming up, once we get that all set up for the mortgage broker, we're also going to hopefully be interviewing with some first-time home buyers. Have a question and answer session coming up. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the fun things that are coming. We're also going to be doing our buyers caravans. So make sure you subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next week, Monday morning, hopefully. So you have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.